I am participating today in the Look for Less challenge put on by Yami from the Latina Next Door. And her co-host for this month is Marie from the Inspiration Vault. I am going to see if I can take these items and turn it into this dimensional wall art. I found this on the Pottery Barn online store and I really like it. This is on sale for $119. It's regularly $149, and I'm going to see if I can take those items in the previous picture and turn it into this dimensional butterfly wall art. I picked up this wreath ring at the Dollar Tree for $1. It's kind of a medium-sized one. And then I picked up a larger size at Walmart. I can't remember how much I paid for this. It was $2 and something. I'll have to look on my receipt and find out. So what I needed to do was to fasten these two rings together. And I had to try to figure out how I was going to do that, because this is going to be the base to where I glue the butterflies onto. So what I decided to do was to open up these little clips right there and then connect the smaller ring onto the big one by sliding it onto the opened out hook and then crimping the hook back shut again with pliers. Now this was a bit more challenging than I thought it was going to be. That wire was really tough on that larger ring, but I did end up getting it done, and I was able to unopen them all and get them all the way around. And then I took it outside and I spray painted it with this Rust-Oleum hammered bronze that I already had from a previous project. So I got this painted and I went back and referred back to the original that I'm trying to copy, and I realized that it's more like a full thing, not just a wreath. I hadn't remembered correctly in my brain. So I have this circular cooling rack that I really don't hardly ever use, and it fits that center spot almost perfectly. What I ended up doing, and I thought of this on my own, I didn't have to get Scott's help, was I just used my trusty zip ties. Put 4 or 5 of them on there and cut the ends off, and you can't even tell, and you won't be able to tell once I get this all spray painted. I've always said I can fix anything with a zip tie or a bungee cord. So for the butterflies, I got this free printable off of the internet, and I was going to use the 3-inch, the 2.5, the 2, and the 1.5-inch butterflies. I was going to take this permanent marker, and this is just an old cutting board that I already had that was getting worn out, and because it's see-through, I decided to use it for this project. I'm going to trace the butterflies onto the plastic to give myself a template. And this is the cardstock that I used. It's bronze, and it was colored all the way through on both sides and through the middle. And I got this from Amazon, and I paid $16 for this pack, but I only used I used less than half of it for this project. So I'm going to say I spent about $8 for the cardstock. So I stayed up late last night watching YouTube videos and cutting out all of these butterflies, but I do believe I'm going to need a few more, so I'm going to keep cutting these out before I can get started on finishing this project. And to make sure I had a nice clean edge, that no pencil marks would, glisten and glow, because the pencil marks are kind of a gray color, I went ahead and just ran an eraser all the way around the edge of each and every one of those butterflies, because I didn't want them to pick up any kind of weird lighting hanging on the wall. I wanted it to be just purely the bronze color. So for the butterflies, I don't want to fold them and make a crease, but I do want them to be, I don't want them to be just flat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pencil and put it as close to the middle as I can, and then I'm going to fold the paper up around the pencil, and that will give the illusion of more dimension. And then I'm just going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue the butterflies all around this frame. I'm just going to use hot glue for this because this is paper and it's lightweight, and it's going to be hanging on my wall up high, so the chances of this getting knocked are pretty slim. And when I take it down to dust it, if I knock any of the butterflies off, I can always just hot glue them back on. And I have a print off of the original that I am doing the look for less, and I am referring to it loosely for placement of the butterflies, because I do want my finished project to look as much like this as possible. There it is, the finished project, and I really like the way it has turned out. Let me come up closer so you can see it better. So I have it hanging on this wall above my microwave cart, and I really think it turned out quite well. I will have a side-by-side picture of the one from the store and the one and this one that I made. They are not exact, and I really like it. I don't think you can tell that it's paper. I think it really does look metallic, and I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. I will have a cost breakdown at the end of this video, so be looking for that. Thanks so much for watching, friends. I hope you enjoyed this video. I sure enjoyed making this project. We will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.